So, I just got done watching the One Piece special that aired tonight, One Piece 3 Days, 2 Years. Now, this special was so good. It was so good. And you know what? It's 2 o'clock in the morning right now, like 2 a.m. in the morning. I just finished it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wait until in the morning after I wake up. I'm just going to review this right now, and so this is going to be my raw thoughts about this special. This special is about an hour and 44 minutes long, and so if you've yet to watch this special of One Piece, if you're a big One Piece fan, I recommend watching it, because it has a lot of good shit in it. It really does. And then stay tuned to after the ending song. You'll see a little bit of a teaser for upcoming events for what's about to happen in the anime. Now, one thing though, I want to tell you right now, if you don't know where this special takes place, it takes place between the time skip, right? At the time skip before Luffy and his crew goes to the New World. That's exactly where this special takes place, and you get to see what Luffy was doing in those 2 years when he was training with his Haki. Now, right off the bat, the animation is really good. It's weird looking at first, but it's really good. And the first 10 minutes of this, special is just a recap of the Whitebeard War. That's exactly what it is. The first 10 minutes of this special is just recapping everything that happened in Whitebeard's War, along with the death of Ace, and you get to see the aftermath of that. That's pretty much the first 10 minutes, and honestly, it was really good. I love getting to see these specific scenes with updated animation. It looks really cool, and I love getting to see the 3 admirals standing in front of Luffy and being a badass. Now, I will say this overall special actually has a lot of meaning to it, and I have to say this is in-canon filler that actually goes along with the overall story. I feel like this is not filler. After watching this special, I feel like this has a lot of meaning to the overall emotions of One Piece. It really does. The main concept of this special is Luffy is still trying to get over the loss of his brother, and at the exact same time trying to get stronger to protect his friends. You have this main antagonist of the special called World, or the Destroyer of Worlds. That's his big title, and he was betrayed by his crew members in his mind. In the past, he used to be, called the Destroyer of Worlds. He was a really famous pirate, and then the entire world government and the Navy, and even these pirate alliances worked together to bring this dude down because he was so powerful. But at the end of the special, you find out the morals of this character. You find out he's not really that bad of a guy. Pretty much people spread rumors about him saying that he was evil, saying he would kill anyone in his path, but no, he really did not want to have senseless battles. And so it's really sad when you find out about his character later on in the special, that at first he was an innocent pirate that just wanted to go on adventures. He was like Luffy, pretty much. That's exactly what he was. He was like Luffy, wanting to go on adventures, explore islands, and he had his, his own Nakama betray him, in the past. Like, for instance, here's what went down, and it's really kind of fucked up what happens to World. The CP0. Now, we know who CP9 is from the Enies Lobby arc. We know exactly who they are, okay? But CP0 play their hands and role in World's takedown in the past, before he got imprisoned and impelled down, and World actually got out of impelled down because of Luffy. So there's some food for thought too. So we get to find out one of the prisoners that was in level 6 that got freed because of Luffy. But anyways, the main thing that really upsets me is that poor World, okay? As a villain, at first he's a dick and an asshole, but when you find out about him, and you find out that CP0 set him up, literally put in certain specific members from CP0 in his crew to cause anarchy to where they would, just turn against World, was really upsetting, because World, like I said, he didn't deserve what happened to him, and when he got, one-shotted by CP0 and fell onto the ground, it was upsetting because his own brother and his friends that he had close to him betrayed him, and even his own subordinates that he grew up with pretty much betrayed him and says, you can't defeat the world government, we're gonna turn you in. They said we'll be fine. It was a really sad scene. It was. And it just shows you how dirty CP0 really is. It really shows you how dirty they are as characters. And the thing is, we really have not seen much of them. Honestly, we haven't. Even in the manga, the only thing we have seen of CP0 is that one scene we already saw in the anime when Dressrosa's arc first started. And so getting to see more glimpses of CP0 was a really interesting twist I did not expect. Now, moving past that, we get to see a lot of appearances from favorite characters, fan favorite characters of One Piece. There was a lot of appearances, and I was shocked to see multiple characters appear in this special. Perona, Buggy, Mihawk, we got to see Boa Hancock, we got to see Rayleigh, we got to see a bunch of different characters, big name characters. We got to see Mr. 3. We got to see a bunch of characters I really love in One Piece, and I really did not realize how much I missed Buggy and Boa Hancock until I watched this special. Buggy, I was laughing my ass off. Every time he was on screen, I was laughing my ass off, and now I know why I love him so freaking much. Now, I miss him so much, because he's a warlord in this, and he's like, I'm a warlord on that. I want to wake up Luffy, and he's going to defeat World, and I want to take the credit for it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then all the misunderstandings with all his Impel Down crew members, I was like, oh my god, that's freaking funny. Now, besides Buggy just being completely funny the entire special, I couldn't get enough of him. You had a little bit of scenes of Boa Hancock. Oh my god. Oh my god. I miss her so much. Oh my god. It's hard to choose who I miss so much from One Piece. If it's not Buggy, it's Boa Hancock, because when you saw her do her famous look down like that, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking great. Oh, that was so fucking hilarious. It was so good. I mean, I was laughing so much when she was like fangasming all over Luffy, like, yeah! That's exactly what she did. That's the noise she made. She's like, yeah! I was like, what the fuck? This is so adorable. Oh, I love Boa Hancock. And we even get fan service with her, like her clothes fucking dissolve. And you just see a little bit of cleavage going on there. I'm like, what the fuck? It was so freaking funny. Oh, like, you never get enough of that. Another thing, too, I want to mention, Mihawk. The dude that destroys people's dreams since 1999. Mihawk crushed World's dream of wanting to shoot off his giant-ass cannonball at the end of this special. He shoots it off, and then he just cuts it in fucking half. It doesn't even hit the Navy. Mihawk just cuts it in half. It's kind of sad and depressing. I mean, Mihawk is badass and all. He's awesome. Just, it's sad and depressing because poor World couldn't, see his giant-ass cannonball crush the Navy. Now, I do want to say, though, the special, in the most part, I enjoyed it. I laughed. It was funny. It was good. It was action-packed. I love the character designs. Getting to see Perona, of all people, too. I did not expect that. Ghost Girl, oh my god. Oh, she did her famous depression move in this freaking special. Like, she made this, like, fish dude depressed. He's like, I'm a Neba, and I'm a little shrimp. And I'm like, what the fuck? You gotta love these characters. Man, Oda makes some badass characters. Seriously, he makes some great characters that you really love, and you miss when they're not on the screen. I wish that this, little special, honestly, would have been used as a filler arc. Because One Piece at the moment, the current anime needs a filler arc. It does. It badly needs it. A lot of people that are watching anime can possibly agree with my statements right now. One Piece needs filler. And usually I'm against filler, but One Piece filler is always good, honestly. Think about this. I mean, One Piece filler has always been enjoyable. I mean, what if they would have used this material right here from this special as a filler arc? I mean, if they can make something as glorious as this with World's backstory and different things going down, imagine what they could do as filler. Seriously, it would be so good. There's so much potential for a filler in One Piece. Now, like I said, I don't want filler like Naruto. I don't. Or Bleach. But sometimes filler is a necessity if you're not going to put the anime on hiatus. And One Piece desperately needs it. So, hopefully in the future, they will learn, Toei Animation will learn that they need to do a filler arc at the very least. I understand 2 episodes, but they need to make an arc that lasts like half a year or so, because it really needs to get further apart from the manga. It's really holding back the anime at the moment. But besides that entire topic, getting off the depressing tone, one thing I'm really disappointed, honestly, with this special, one thing, and it's my personal pet peeve, there's nothing wrong with this special, is that Doffy was nowhere to be seen in this special. Because we all know, if you're watching anime and you're watching special, what the fuck, you shouldn't even be watching this if you're not watching One Piece's anime. Yeah, wouldn't it have been cool to see Dolphy in this special, kicking some ass or something? Because, I mean, currently the arc is focused around him and the current One Piece anime. What if, you know, Dolphy was in this special? It would have been really cool. It would have been really, really freaking cool. And, oh yes, one thing I want to say, that this special has to be probably one of my favorite specials I have seen from One Piece. And when comparing it to all the other specials, I think the only thing that comes close to this special is the episode of Nami. That's the only thing I could really say that comes close to the quality of this. People can disagree with me. People can say this is bad. You could say everybody has their own taste and feels when it comes to One Piece or different anime. Fine. Just personally, I enjoyed this. I love getting to see what happened. I love getting to see the emotions and, like, effort Luffy had to overcome. He had to overcome this hill in front of him because he had to get stronger to protect his friends. And I enjoyed that aspect of this. I really enjoyed it. And I feel like World as a villain, he was fleshed out. He wasn't, I guess, that in-depth as some villains of One Piece, but he was really good. I enjoyed his character design. I enjoyed the character designs. And so, I got what I asked for. It was really good, and honestly, I didn't have to wait a fucking year for this to be subbed too, so that also makes it good. So tell me your thoughts, honestly. If you've yet to watch this special, go watch it. I don't know why you're listening to my review if you haven't watched it yet, because you need to go watch it. It's just that good. And one thing I want to state before I end it, did you see that Sabo at the end? Sabo. I guess there's no longer any reason to hide Sabo. Yes, Sabo is alive. That is Sabo at the end of the special. It's pretty obvious it's Sabo. If you've been reading One Piece or watching One Piece, it's pretty obvious. Sabo had that iconic hat, the hair, the goggles and stuff. It was pretty obvious it was Sabo, even though they didn't specifically say his name. I mean, you saw the 3 cups symbolizing the 3 brothers and stuff. So, yeah, that was Sabo. How do you all feel about that, anime only watchers? I'm curious what you think about that, because Sabo is fucking alive. Tell me your thoughts. Love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.